Life is a race, specifically the 400-meter dash. And if you're in track, you know how hard the 400-meter dash is. It's the hardest race out of them all. And if you can crush the 400-meter dash, you can crush any other race in track. But do you know why 400-meter dash is the hardest? It's a mind game. It's about who has the stronger mentality to keep pushing and pushing harder to get to that finish line. If you don't know what a 400-meter dash looks like, just imagine an Olympic track. Imagine a full track and imagine full on sprinting that whole entire thing. And trust me, guys, I know the 400-meter dash is the hardest freaking race out there because I'm in track. And I've realized the whole thing is just a mind game. It's all about, oh, if I keep pushing, maybe I'll get a school record or a PR or first place. But yet, there's some people who give up in the first 100 meters. They're like, oh, this race will be amazing. This race is going to be amazing. And in the first 100 meters, they're already dying. Then there's some people who feel the same way, who are already dying, but then just keep sprinting and run a freaking 50-second. 50-second 400 is pretty good. But the people who just gave up after the first 100 meters ran like a minute 10. 20 seconds is a massive difference in track. That's huge. But do you want to know the crazy thing about those two people? They have the same speed and endurance. One just has better mentality. Think about that. So you're probably wondering, what am I talking about right now? I'm talking about life. There's some people who work their asses off and just think, oh, if I keep pushing, I'll make $10,000 a month. And they hit multiple roadblocks. They hit that first 100 meters, which is their roadblock. But they keep pushing and keep pushing. But there's some people who think life will be amazing and then they hit the first 100 meters and then they go play video games and jack off. Like, do you want to know a crazy thing? They both started in the same spot. There's people who started in the same spot. They could start out poor, have a bad life, but one worked harder and one just sat around being sad, saying, oh, my life is depressing. I'm just going to go play video games. Think about that. That man, the crazy part about this is that man that gave up after the first 100 meters, he's part of the 90% of men. 90% of men nowadays just don't work hard. They all play video games or watch porn all day. Like, what's the point? Like, actually, what's the point if you just play video games and watch porn, eat junk food, and then complain about your life? That's most men, though. That's most men nowadays. 90% of men are like that. That 1% of man, the 5% of man. He's the one who's working hard, pushing himself, the 400 meters, full on sprinting that shit. It's crazy to think about that 90% of men are like that now. And in like 60 years ago, 70 years ago, most men were working hard. What happened? Guys, this is your sign to lock in. This is your sign to be different, to change your life. Because if you're watching this video right now, you're either on self-improvement or you're part of the 90% of men. Most likely. Don't lie to yourself. You play video games every day and still jack off. Don't lie. The top 10, the top 1% don't even have YouTube on their phones unless if they're a content creator or something like that. They create content for people like you watching who want to go into self-improvement and want to become better. If you take this video seriously and actually change, you'll be part of the 10% of men, and it's really easy to become part of the 10% of men nowadays. Like, all you have to do is just go to the gym, go consistently, don't play video games, don't check off, don't watch porn, and you'll be part of the 10% of men. Like, it's really not hard. 50 years ago, it was way harder. This is your sign to push yourself even when you want to fail, to be disciplined, to wake up out of bed when your alarm goes off. I used to not do that. This is your sign to make money, get out of that 9-to-5 job. This is your sign to fulfill your purpose in life. Say if you're like a sport guy and want to go to the NFL, fulfill that purpose. Or if you want to have a business, go do it. It's your sign to lock the hell in right now. Because if you don't, you're part of that 90% of men. This is your sign to win that 400-meter race and get a 45-second 400 and beat everybody else. This is your sign to put your phone down right now and do 200 push-ups. Get stronger, get smarter, and stay disciplined. Stay locked in.